Friends, good morning everyone. Once again, hearty welcome to the online classes of English grammar. Today we are entering to our fifth chapter, and the chapter is called pronouns. In this chapter, we shall discuss what I mean by pronoun and what are the kinds of pronouns. So let us enter. First of all, we shall see what I mean by pronoun. We use a pronoun instead of a noun. Suppose when we write a few sentences, we may tend to repeat the noun for a few times. So, in order to avoid those repetitions, we use the pronouns. Look at the example in your textbook. Nishant loves to work. Nishant is efficient because Nishant is hardworking. Nishant's work is excellent. Now, instead of the noun Nishant, we can use the pronoun he. Look at the second sentence. Nishant loves to work. He is efficient because he is hardworking. His work is excellent. Now, we use pronouns instead of nouns, so it has got the same function as noun. So, because it takes the place of a noun. Now, there are almost 7 kinds of pronouns that we are going to see one by one. And the function in a common way, they have given their personal pronoun refer to the people, I, me, they, then reflexive and emphatic pronouns, possessive pronouns, relative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, indefinite and distributive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns. Here in this video, today let us see about 4 of them. Then next week on next Friday we shall see the next ones. So let us enter. First one is personal pronouns. Now what do you mean by pronouns? What do you mean by personal pronouns? Personal pronouns we use in the place of a person or people that we are talking about. We use the first person pronoun I and we to speak about ourselves. I like ice cream. We eat ice cream frequently. Now, if we want to speak about another person, we use the second person. We are addressing someone. You must tell me what you think. You must do your homeworks. So, we use the pronoun you there. Now, the third person, he or she or it, is used when we talk of anybody or anything else. We are talking about a third person, or we are talking about any other thing. So, we use he or she or it. That means he looks happy, he does all the homeworks, take this knife and put it in the kitchen. There it is being used instead of the noun. Now, how they have been used is given in the next table. Now, there are 2 kinds in number, singular and plural, as we know. Then in the same way, we have 3 persons, first person, second person and third person. Then gender can be either male or female, then neutral gender also can be. Now look at the last 2 columns, personal pronouns, subject and object. That means a pronoun can be used both as subject and object. In the subject, we use singular first person. For male or female, we use I. Then as object, we use me. Then second person, you. Third person, for male, we use he, or objectively we use him. Female, we use she, then objectively we use her. So like that way, the same way you can read that column. So what do you mean by it can be used as a subject or an object? Look at the sentence there. I need rest. There I is the subject of that sentence. And the second sentence, the doctor told me to rest. There it has been used, me is being used as the object of the verb told. So in the first column, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, all have been used as the subject. But in the second column, me, you, him, her, it, us, you, or them, all these have been used as object. Now, whenever we use for a single person, if you don't know whether it is he or she, you can use they also. You can use in a person in general. For example, if a student needs help, he or she should see the coordinator, or if a student needs help, they should see the coordinator. So if you are not um, sure about the gender, you can use generally. Now, when do we use the pronoun it? We use to it to introduce something or talk about the weather, temperature, time and distance. And also, it is going to rain today. It is important to behave correctly. It is easier said than done. Is it all right to book a ticket for a 10 o'clock show? Here, now we are going to see about reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Now we have two sentences. I cut my hair myself. We must learn to laugh at ourselves. What do you mean by reflexive action? You might have heard about some reflexive action. Here look, the sentence, myself or ourselves. I cut my hair myself. There, the action of cutting the hair is done by me. So the action is falling back or reflexing back towards me. So in that situations, we use the reflexive pronouns. We must learn to laugh at ourselves. There, the action to be done by ourselves, we, and that same action is being falling on ourselves. So they are called reflexive pronouns. Now, reflexive pronoun will always act as an object, not as a subject. Usually show that person who does the action of the verb is the same person who receives the action. So, who does the action of the verb is the same person who will be receiving the action. Now, what do you mean by emphatic pronoun? Now, if you use these reflexive pronouns to give some emphasis, that is called emphatic pronouns. For example, I myself cut the hair. I myself do the homework. My mother herself cooks at home. There, all this, herself, myself, all these have been used to give an emphasis to the sentence. So that is called the emphatic pronoun. So now in the next table we shall see what are the reflexive pronoun, or this can be also used as emphatic pronoun. For the I we use myself. For you we use yourself or yourselves. For he we use himself, she, herself, it itself, we ourselves, they themselves. Now we are entering to the last kind of today. The other kinds we shall see in the next day. Possessive pronouns. From the word possessive itself, you can understand the meaning of the possessive pronoun. In order to show some possession, we use the possessive pronoun. For example, these are my glasses, or these glasses are mine. Those are your slippers, those slippers are yours. Now, in order to show the possessions, there are two kinds. Two forms will be there: my, mine, your, yours. Then the forms my, your, our, etc. are called possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are used before nouns and they do the work of an adjective. Now in the next column, you have given the possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. I hope you know what I mean by adjective. Adjective we use always before the nouns, but a pronoun we use after, before, or always after. Instead of a noun, we use pronoun, and in order to tell something more about the noun, we use adjective. For example, these glasses are mine. Their mine is being used as a possessive pronoun, but these are my glasses. In order to tell about some possession, we use possessive adjective there. Now, there are a few things you need to remember there. Your, yours, or our, ours, their, theirs, or her, hers. These things you need to remember that there is no apostrophe. If we put an apostrophe, what will be becoming? It will be becoming you are, it she hers, you should never use an apostrophe. Then the forms of it also, it's, there also you should not use any apostrophe. If you use an apostrophe, it will be becoming it is. So just remember, you need to you should not use the apostrophe in possessive pronoun as well as possessive adjective. So with this, I am finishing my topic. For today, you will have almost 3 exercises to do. Please do the homework in the home. I will be sending the answers of the PDF along with this one. And before I finish, just remember one thing: no act of kindness, no matter how small, is wasted. Whatever the action you do for the people, to the people, for the betterment of the people, no matter how small, is wasted. So once again, wishing you students the best day ahead. Thank you.